Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Lucas here, your weather wizard. So guess what? We made it, guys. Today, in All About Weather, we are going to be working on our very last type of weather. And our last type of weather is going to be wind. So I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go ahead and teach you just a little bit about wind. All right, boys and girls? So, what is wind? So wind is something called moving air. It's air that moves. And so what's really cool about this air that moves is that we cannot see it, but when it happens, we can feel it. We can feel it blowing all around us, across our bodies. It'll blow our hair. Sometimes it's cold outside and we can feel that cold wind. Sometimes we even, maybe if we're at the beach, we can feel a warm breeze, but we can feel the wind, but we cannot see it. So that's kind of cool about the wind. And the way that the wind works is, of course, as almost all things do, it ties into the sun. So the sun has a picture right here up on my screen. And this picture right here, the sun gives off rays, warm rays that go down to the ground. But there's also air down at the bottom, right? And usually down here at the bottom, it's a certain type of temperature, right? Usually probably warm, especially in South Florida. So there's air down here, but there's also air up here in the sky. And sometimes those temperatures don't mix. And when those temperatures collide and they do not mix, that's what causes the wind. And something that's really cool about the wind is that wind moves in all directions, right? And what you see here, guys, is a weather vane. So when you look at this, when the weather or the wind is moving in all directions, this weather vane can tell us north, south, east, or west. It can actually tell us which way the wind is blowing, all right? So really, really cool. The wind ties into the sun. The sun up in the sky has something called rays, and those rays shine down on the earth. But at the bottom of the earth, there's already a temperature down on the ground. But there's also air at a certain temperature in the sky. But when those two temperatures collide, if they don't match, then that's when it creates some wind, okay? So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for just a minute and I'm gonna ask you guys to go ahead and look at my chart because I have a couple of good facts for you to use today. So of course, you're gonna find your wind page in your journal. And the facts that I found was that wind is moving air. Air that moves is wind. I also learned that guess what else wind is? Wind is also energy. So if you've ever seen a picture of a windmill, now they actually have very fancy windmills, and those windmills go around and around and around, and they actually create energy. So that's a really important fact because a lot of places now use that wind as energy. And then also I learned that wind can blow in all different directions. So those are really 3 cool facts about wind. So what you're going to do today, guys, you're going to find your last page, right? I learned a lot of fun facts about wind. Here are 3 facts I learned. So we know that wind is moving air. We also know that wind is energy, and wind can blow in different directions. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave that right there for you guys. And you can pause the screen. And you could go ahead and write those facts down. All right? So that is it for our weather journal. I'm super proud of you because that was a lot of hard work. and you did an amazing job. I've seen almost all of your pages on Seesaw because you've all submitted them, and you've done an amazing job. So I'm super duper proud of you, and I want to have all of you take a minute and kiss your brains because you were working so hard and thinking so hard. And tomorrow we're going to do something kind of fun. So tune in for tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.